farther, single parent. And as a child, you know, sometimes your parents give you that stuff, right? Hopefully they do. And, you know, when you're younger, things don't matter as much. You don't think about anything. When you grow up and you got family, you got bills, you got life to worry about, you know, sometimes gaming doesn't feel the same, right? So that's not a normal, that's not an unnatural thing to feel, right? You've got different priorities in life as you age. I still love gaming. I'm given the chance to play games for a living, and that's awesome. I love this shit. But, you know, these days it's different, for sure. You feel a bit different about it. Just because you are an adult, and adults have a million more things to worry about than being a child. So, yeah. That's, I think, what it is, maybe for you, right? A lot of time being a viewer is as good as being a gamer. Well, you know, at the end of the day, gaming is entertainment. If you enjoy playing the games, great. If you enjoy watching the games, great. That's the same thing. Yeah, there's no difference at all. If you hate playing them but love watching them, that's the same thing. You know, it's just its own thing. No, then, dude, you know what? Maybe it's because I'm dying inside. Bro, that's the grind of life. Everyone goes out, and we all grind out life. You know, hey, some people have the power to quit their job and do all these things, and, you know, maybe they don't have so many people who count on them, but, like, everyone's lives are different, you know? Whatever works for you in your life, that's your own. You try to make that work for you, right? Everyone else, they're doing their own thing. Hard to exit the mindset of responsibility in favor of actually relaxing and enjoying your game? Well, I mean, people want to have fun in their free time, you know? Maybe you just need to, if you listen, if you don't have fun gaming, don't overthink it. Just don't do it. Simple as that. You know, maybe replace gaming with something else that you enjoy. Everyone's got hobby time. Everyone's got a bit of downtime in their day, even if it's an hour, 30 minutes. You know, you should spend that time doing something that you enjoy. We have to let go of old habits when they don't fit. Well, life is about evolving, man. Life doesn't stay the same forever. You as a person grow. You know, you gain wisdom. You learn about life. You have tragedies that kind of shape you. You know? You just become an adult. You become more responsible. You have bigger things to deal with in life than just sitting down and playing a game all day. And that's not to say that gaming is for losers and people who don't have a life, but, like, you know, when you're younger, again, you have all the time in the world to do kind of whatever you want. When you're older, you know, you're tied up in work, you're tied up in responsibility, you know, so you schedule and you make time for games periodically.
Good morning, Cap and chat. Cheers to another good morning.
Mayo, yes, sir. Hello, buddy. It's a Tuesday morning. It's a great morning. Please, no Graves. If Remy Moo is here, I'll do an Azir game. If she's not here, we don't do an Azir game. Ma'am, are you here? You don't need to overthink these things, buddy. Remy's at work. Okay. So, it's a Graves game. I like how they banned GANGPLANK. Okay, I want to go Graves with Tyr then. When I have less time to play, games become more special. Especially when you play the real good ones. Oh, for sure. It can be. I like this champ. Well, I mean, for the little time that you may have in a day, it is special. It's awesome. You know, you when I was working full-time in produce years and years and years ago, well before I was a streamer.
Can you play a Grogus game? Bomber.
The brief time that I had was great, you know. Minty Mintness, thank you for the gifted sub, buddy. Appreciate it. Can I play a Gragas game? So, I've got Gragas champ requests. If Varez is here, we can do that. So maybe next game if he's around. Otherwise, I don't want to play that champ. I don't enjoy Gragas. Gragas is not my character. I like him as a physique. You know, he's the ideal male peak, you know, evolutionary fucking specimen. He's not my champ, though. I don't like that character. He's got the bomba. Best champ in the game. He's, I mean, he's aight, I guess. Not the most... He's pretty engaging gameplay-wise, to be honest. You can suggest games in the Discord. Which I will be, So, what I want to do is I want to try and wake up early. And, I want to try and incorporate Discord more into streams. A lot of people liked room reviews. You know, people enjoy just the yapping and looking at, you know, whatever you guys have going on. So, I think we're going to bring that back for sure. Your Gragas combos look pretty clean, though. Okay, well, I'm fighting fucking, like, silver players. Okay, newbies. Newbies. But we'll see. It gives you confidence. See, here's the biggest thing. If you play in low elo and you can be consistent, all you have to do is get a little bit better and you'll climb. Right? League is about consistency. That's the #1 thing. Oops, this is not what I want. So we want to go tier, right? You just need to be consistent and you'll climb. Consistently positive in kind of like not dying, getting kills, ganking, taking plates. Just be consistent. That's all that matters in solo queue. You know, and then consistently above average.
It's pretty insane. Can take 4 months off, come back to League, and players still silver and easy to beat grinding seasons of the game.
Dude, people grind the shit out of this game. Easy to beat grinding seasons? What does that mean? Oh, you can beat people who are still grinding. Oh, you know why though? It's because there's no self... Here's the thing. If you want to get good at something, you actively have to study. You actively have to have that mindset of improvement. If you don't, you're not going to get better. Period. You just won't. The only way to succeed is to think and to learn. If you don't do that, you're never going to get anywhere. Hollow, thank you, man, for the bits. You got it, sir. Give me, let me go B and I'll put that on, okay? Thank you, man. So you wonder why people stay silver. You wonder why people don't climb. It's no one's thinking. Everyone's autopiloting.
Did you
right? If you really want it, you can do it.
Reviews and such to get Challenger?
I never did VOD reviews. Nothing too extensive for VOD reviews, but more so a lot of, I knew what I had to do to win. It was a matter of doing it every game to a T, to the point where, like, it was just kind of the game plan every game. You can do VOD reviews if you want, but, like, you really need to just watch your own play, right? Everything about self-improvement is your own play. You don't look at anyone else's play. You can look at somebody else's play and say, well, how would I have done that differently? You know, maybe that's something you could kind of learn from, but, like, if you've got good gameplay and you're decently playing well in most games, you know, focus on that stuff, right? Write that down. I always say write it down. It's not that, you know, everyone's going to forget, but, like, if you can have a visual representation of what your success looks like in a game, you're going to remember that a lot more. So, yeah, not so much VOD reviews, but writing things down. I mean, I've been playing this game for so long, I kind of know how to do things, so that just kind of came in through playing thousands of games, and then once I figured it out,
Where did you stop in Cyberpunk yesterday?
Songbird. We found Songbird and we talked to her. Like, she gave us the details, and now Reed's also saying a bunch of nonsense, so, like, we don't know who to trust. But, yeah, you know, it's... again, if you want to improve, everyone's different. Some people love VOD reviews. I've never done them as often as maybe others might, but... information. Okay, so song request is without a doubt by Geesh. You got it, sir?
You dare slack on my ship?
Watching Earth stream since I was a student.
Nice.
NGLU helping me a lot with learning English.
That's
Though
great.
I can't understand 100% of what you said.
Don't
but in
try
other stream
to.
Style, keep it up.
Don't try to.
Tobias
I yap about nonsense. Don't try to, buddy. If you hear me saying anything, say the opposite. Last, thank you so much, though. People learn shit anywhere, you know? People have gone to my channel and said, you know, the same thing, right? Like, oh, I've learned English from you, and that's awesome. Whatever you do... again... for people who speak English,
Imagine
we don't
taking
all say
advice
this
from a
stuff.
self-proclaimed drug dealer.
It's a bit unhinged. How do you advertise your own music? You know how artists go to like conventions and sell their merchandise? How do you advertise your music? How does anyone find this guy? You know what I mean? Wasn't that kind of like a SoundCloud thing?
An enemy has been slain.
Kids watching
Puke
this
music.
stream
It's not
to learn
bad.
English will go to school saying dinky little fent.
This is
What
not 0
the
out of 10 music.
Rainbows. Unhinged. Immersion, 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 immersion. Press 1 if you like fent.
Nobody likes Fent. We're gamers. We like the dents in our heads. No Fent. Stick to my music. Bro, you know what? Liking this music is as valid as liking Oak, Ash, and Thorn, buddy. Liking Cardi, Playboy Cardi, though, it's a little different.
Shut down.
Little thumper enjoyers.
Ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Like, I've heard a lot... people have suggested a lot of rap through, like, song requests. I mean, it's consistently not the worst. There's a lot of, like... I guess you would call it, what, mumble rap? There's a lot of weird mumble rap that, like... it just sounds so inconsistent and just disjointed and terrible. There's no rhyme or reason to any of it. It's just kind of, like, nonsense. And... I mean, that sounded pretty consistent, bro. That wasn't bad. Yeah. Not something, again, I'd listen to in my free time, but, like, it's not unpleasant to hear. Music is either, like, horrid and unpleasant, or not unpleasant, or just kind of, like, something I'd put in my playlist. And I've actually added songs to my playlist from requests. I mean, most of it's going to be metal. That's kind of my main thing, but... younger me would listen to whatever. I used to listen to fucking Eminem and all that stuff. Jim, hello, sir. It's been a while. Far Cry 3? That I had Jerry? I mean, not really. I don't think Primus has bad songs, but they're not like the most
Everyone
enjoyable
pays.
to listen to all the time.
Nosebleed, Deftones, tell me what you think, Captain.
You got it, sir. Seki, thank you, buddy. Give me 1 sec, okay? It has. I've been good, man. I hope you've been well, too. Hey, life's busy, dude. I always say it. Everyone knows it. Some people don't even want to watch the stream. That's fine. You do you. You know, there has been, like, there was a guy who joined in, and he's like, you know, I don't really, hang on. What the actual fuck? Okay.
I use your stream as BGM and hear you yap.
Hey, that's great, man. You know, you don't even... There ain't nothing to watch anymore, don't worry. Not until variety. Oh, hey, people, you know what? There's a lot of people on this platform, man. You find new streamers, you got work, you got life, you got children, whatever it is. You know. People, spend their days doing what they love. Nosebleed. I've got a friend, or I've got like a buddy who's enjoyed Deftones for ages, but I've never really been into them. They're fine, but... Oh, he's dead. Is this band from like the... This is like a 90s band, right? Who still do music today? Not like a super classic band, but they've been around for a while. Yeah. It's cool to see bands still want to make music. Especially being from, like, the fucking 90s, bro. That's, like, damn near 30 years, right?
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
This is not what Deftones sounds like all the time, right? I swear I've heard them sound different now. Maybe I'm wrong. Been following you vaguely for years, but you seem pretty chill and happy these days. Good for you. Thank you, sir.
Enemy double kill.
Hey, life doesn't have to be miserable when you play a game. Should never be miserable. They sound really different. Yeah, I was gonna say. Because, like, every time I think I've been suggested Deftones from, like, a buddy, they don't sound like this. Some bands do want to evolve, though, right? They want to sound...
I'm working on a 9 AM to 8 PM and come home at 11 PM. I can't
Jeez.
imagine a life without hearing your stream.
Daily
your stream
Fent.
is my daily Fent.
Is it really? It's the Fent that you don't, OD on, hopefully. Hey, I'm the BGM, bro. I'm fine with that. I've understood that some people don't care for the gameplay, but they might just want to listen. That's okay with me.
An ally has been slain.
I'm very dead. Yikes. She's a bit fed. Where's the ward item? Ayya mama. Ayya mama. Good death. I mean, you know what? Dude, Sion's such a cheese-ass champ. Even if you're bad, you can still kind of, like, sneak out wins, you know? You scale by just existing type of deal. It's a cheese champ, for sure. Trundle's even worse. Trundle's pretty bad, too. Like, I do like Sion as a character, but... You know, that character's a bit, goofy. kill him. I mean, there's just kind of nothing you could do against this type of deal. I actually feel like Sion's poorly designed. I'm not gonna lie, I like his kit, but you know what makes him so terribly designed? Is his infinite scaling WHP. That kind of ruins the champ, to be honest. I think it does. Like, his kit is actually quite good. It's solid. But the W with permascaling HP is what makes him play like a degenerate. You know what I mean? That's one of the big problems. I mean, Deftones, when I heard Deftones, they sounded nothing like that, man. That's not bad, though, honestly. It sounds like something I'd hear from, like, you know, the early 2000s. I mean, I guess anything like... What would that sound like from the 2000s? What's a band that sounds like? Something you'd listen to in, like, your teens, you know? It's one of their first albums. No, that was fine. Again, it doesn't sound anything like Deftones today. Avenged Sevenfold? Like, just something. I don't know. Mudvayne. I was thinking, like, maybe Slipknot with some of their earlier stuff. Yeah, it's fine, honestly. I feel like a lot of music from certain eras, I mean, they tend to kind of sound samey. Obviously, if you sit down and, you know, try to distinctly listen to, like, each song and how things truly are, you know, they do stand out, but vaguely listening is, sounds fine, yeah. 2000s new metal era. Well, you know, for bands who enjoy that sound, it's cool, but I can't really fault a band if they want to try something different, you know? It'll be weird if, like, Cannibal Corpse creates jazz music, right? You know, if they really do, like, a complete tonal shift, like a whole genre shift, that's a bit intense, but, you know, sometimes people need... They need to evolve to keep the process fun and fresh. I can't blame bands for that, you know? Bands and what they do, things change over the years. Your ideas of, you know, how you want to sound and what albums you want to create and all that stuff in your songwriting, it can change drastically.
Avenged Sevenfold.
Seki, you got it, sir. Thank you. And hollowed it with another song request. I can do both of those. Thank you, gentlemen.
By Ham Sandwich.
Yes, sir. Thought it was going to be Meat Sandwich by Guar, where they play basketball with Jesus. Okay. One sec. Go be here. They come for meat sandwich. Yeah, they play basketball with Jesus in the music video, and then they get ran over by a car. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. Oh shit, I took blue. Whoops. What are you doing? You know what? That worked out. Okay. Cool. Top 5 variety games. Holy shit. Thank God for the ward item. Look at this. Let me put these on when I go B, and then we'll see. Avenged Sevenfold did a cover of Holy Diver? Really? Really? I mean, that is an iconic fucking song. Okay, both songs are queued up. Thank you, gentlemen. Top 5 favorite fucking variety games would be like, Red Dead, Subnautica, The Last of Us 1 and 2. Probably Elden Ring, and then maybe Alan Wake 1 and 2. From the ones we've recently played. Yeah, this must be such an early fucking album from them, right? This has got to be one of their earliest fucking bits. This does not sound like the current Avenged Sevenfold. But it still does sound like them. Is this 2020? What? Really? Fuck. Really? It sounds a lot different. Interesting. Maybe this song is just kind of a different Avenged Sevenfold thing. Without the original singer. Wait, did they change singers? This is not the same guy who was singing the COD songs? What? Really?
An enemy has been slain.
Really? It's the same singer. Because this sounds like the same singer, but it sounds like it's a. I thought this would be something that's like some of their earlier work. That's interesting.
Enemy rampage.
Excuse me. This fucking Sion, look at this guy. Doesn't matter how bad you are with Sion, you just do this and you win. It's so dumb. Like your character is just kind of goofy. It's a little annoying, but it's okay. I like him. Do what you do. Horus Heresy. No, audiobooks are great, man. I think
Killing spree.
if you've ever read the novels and then have gone to audiobooks, it's such an interesting experience. If you start with audiobooks, I mean, you're just getting the whole thing. But it's really cool to have the voice acting in the audiobooks. This album was widely disliked.
Enemy double kill.
It's very different. Okay. It's a little different. Well, I do running. No, you're good, man. All I'm saying is, audio. If you wanted to get into Warhammer, people don't want to read. There's no time to read, right? You do listen to audiobooks when you're doing something else, right? Like when you run, listen. When you work out, listen. When you're, doing something else, listen, right? It's very, the Warhammer audiobooks are pretty immersive. The voice acting is great. Sometimes they even add like sound effects and stuff like that, so it's an experience. Some audiobooks are voice acted, yeah. As an example, for the sake of Gotrek and Felix, the old Warhammer fantasy duo, this is why I'm saying, like, if you read the book and then did the audiobook, so I remember reading the Gotrek and Felix series, and in my mind, I always had an idea of what they sounded like. But the second you can hear somebody voice act that and be on board with it through, like, an audiobook, it adds another layer of, like, fun. So, typically when you know, characters are speaking in the book, they are voice acted by the guy who's reading. So he'll make a different voice per character. It's good. Or sometimes they are kind of like audio dramas and... A sec. Sometimes they're like audio dramas where... I'm so dead. Can't even... Yeah, I'm so slow, brother. If they're an audio drama, they typically get, you know, people to voice act, and then they have, like, noises, so, you know, fucking... There's a audio drama with, like, Brian Blessed, the British guy, and he's Gotrek Gurnison, and he's sitting there, he's like, "Ah, you foul-scaled beast! Ah!" And he's fucking laughing with his 8 teeth. And, you know, there's the sounds of, like, the clinking of weapons and, you know, all this other shit going on. It's cool. It's great. You know, they try to make it immersive, because they are reading you a book, but, you know, when people talk in the books, they do voice act them. Yeah, that Avenged Sevenfold song, honestly, I thought it was some of their earlier work.
The day Horus slew the Emperor.
No, bro, Horus Heresy is huge.
An enemy is dominated.
Horus Heresy's fucking massive. Like, again, how do you... I've never... Everything you've suggested, all of these are like... What is this? Is this rap? Well, certain voice actors... Yeah, you know, you need the right guy for the right job, right? What is this, rap? Is that what you'd call this? Jesus. It's R&B. Oh, this isn't R&B, it's rap. A lot of this rap stuff, or whatever it is, R&B, it's low, it's like chill to the point where it's like a low-key thing and you can't really... I don't hate it. But I think the interesting thing about rap for me is always just the lyrics. Like, you could say the beats and the lyrics are kind of what make it, right? The flow of everything. I have no clue. Keem2, 11 months. Thank you, sir.
Have a good one, Toby. Missed some months subbing, but that's all.
You're good, bro. Hey, you don't owe me anything, man. If you want to support me, by all means, but you're way good, sir. Thank you. The Nobody song, it sounds a bit weird. We'll talk about it in a sec. Dude, Rylai's Swain is a demon. Good luck. Do we do damage? That is support Swain, by the way, 1v3ing. Support Swain. Holy fuck, save me. It singed poop on him, bruv. Poop on him. Okay, our Nexus is getting fucked.
Your turret has been destroyed. Shut down. Ace.
Cool.
Destroyed a turret.
Demotion. You mean promotion? Song request. I mean, even if the songs sound bad, I do try. That didn't sound bad. It's a matter of I don't like dismissing any things anymore. I try to understand everything that's kind of like presented to me in more than one way. You know, it's not fair to kind of just say, "Oh man, that sounded like fucking dog shit." I don't think it did. I mean, a lot of what people put into music and art, you know, for the sake of music, I think the number one thing that matters is if it sounds good. You know what I mean? Fence sitter. It's not fair to dismiss art right off the bat. It's not fair to kind of shit on somebody's, you know, vision of something or, you know, just what they think about making whatever. You know, surface level, you could say that sounds bad because it doesn't sound good. But, you know, if the lyrics make sense, if it's more of like a story or something that's trying to be told, I mean, that's cool. You know? I feel like a lot of people... I mean, it's so strange. It's very strange how you go about music. And again, you'll listen to something and just say, man, that sounds like dog shit. And I think a lot of people will do that with music because that's kind of the one thing that you have the most is just listening to a song. Fucking Zonias, dude. Okay. Okay. It's not bad, though. It's interesting. I think that's, you know what? That's kind of why I don't really like rap or that stuff. Is I can understand why people create it. I can understand why people want to put experiences into songs and create things that are more about them and stories, you know, that pertain to their life. But I don't like how it sounds. You know what I mean? Some people do. Some people love that shit. Some people eat the sound of that stuff up. Oh, great flow, great this, great that. Subjectively, it's not my favorite thing to listen to, but I can still respect, like, the creativity behind it, you know? That's cool. For the Avenged Sevenfold song, though, I mean, that's... I don't even know, bro. That's just... It sounds like their earlier stuff, in my mind, which I guess it doesn't. I haven't listened to Avenged Sevenfold in so long. Like... How old is that vocalist? Somebody said he had, like, surgery? Open. Well, you should have an open mind about a lot of things. A lot of it's just perspective, right? I can still appreciate it for the work and effort that went into it, and I can understand why, again, someone would create certain things, but, you know, I'm not going to sit here and say everything is for me. I obviously like the sound of certain things more than others, but, you know, you should try to see the good and bad in things. Holy shit, the bitch is dead! Well, see you later. Okay. Bro, that was 2 crits at 50% damage, or 50% health. Or sorry, 2 crits at 50% chance. Holy shit, I'm losing it. Nice. I can't even speak. My brain's on Fent. My brain's on Fent. I'm up against Darius. It's Jover. Hey, Darius is not fun. Young Fenton. Ooh, she's scared now. Look at her. It's scared. It's afraid. It's afraid of the young graves. Wait, I killed... What? Was that red buff? I killed Belveth with a red buff collector. What the fuck? Maybe like a weird scorch? Yeah.
Rampage.
Okay, now we should pretty much one-shot people. Now we just delete everyone, if we can crit. Oh, you know what? I think it was Death's Dance. Yeah, you're right. It was a Death's Dance into, like, a red buff collector. Which, crazily enough, I've got Death's Dance in fucking Cyberpunk. Which is nuts. That is an enhancement. There we go. You know what's so interesting about music? Is I would have never listened to this.
Thriller Bark by Mari 954.
Hollowed, you got it, sir. Thank you, man, for all of the requests and the bits, dude. I appreciate it. Thank you. Give me 1 second. We'll put that on, okay? What's interesting about music is I actually think... I'm not kidding when I say this. I think in isolation, alone, connected to nothing, I would never listen to Playboi Carti. But crazily enough, bits count towards the timer, yep. Crazily enough, I actually think I would like Playboi Carti if it was tied to, like, Cyberpunk or something. Some sort of visual, some sort of, like, storytelling. You know, if it was in some sort of club or you know, a scene in Cyberpunk where it's, like, just appropriate for that stuff. It's crazy, but, you know, even for this music, I don't think it's bad music. Like, Low Roar is pretty cool, but I like them more because of Death Stranding. Cardi do got a Cyberpunk style. That's what I'm saying. It's fucking weird, right? Like, I listen to it in isolation. I can't really enjoy it, but when you think about maybe having that tied to something, it does have more of a meaning to me. So, it's very interesting. Yeah. When art is connected to art and has a deeper, you know, thing going on, it's great. Cardi is definitely Maelstrom affiliated. It's cool. It's cool to be so... Like, it's cool to think about everything, you know, instead of just like, hey, I don't like this music. Who cares? It's crap. Like, maybe you do. It's just you have to see it maybe in a different light, you know? Aloy's Mundo cosplay. I have not.